guys, it's Coco. So, Christmas is right around the corner. I can't believe that I'm actually saying that. And so I was thinking today, okay, I'm gonna do a LoveLife video again. What should I do it on? And then I was like, you know, so many girls are about to struggle with getting gifts for their guy because guys are just harder to get gifts for sometimes. For girls, sometimes it's very easy to know what they are into because they follow certain brands on Instagram. They tell you about what they like. They like a certain brand of clothing or like a certain store that they go to a lot, so you can get like gift cards or whatever like that. But sometimes guys are a little bit more close about that, and when you ask them, they're like, I don't even know what I want. So I wanted to give you guys some ideas. So I have them written down, and I was looking at them and I saw that there are roughly 20 ideas on things that you could give your guy. Now, I'm not trying to be sexist with this. I'm not trying to say these are things only guys like or that all guys are gonna like. This is just a video for if you clicked on this video and you don't know what to get your man, these are things that he might appreciate. So yeah, I'm trying to be helpful here. Also, if you're a guy and you accidentally clicked on this and you want to get your girl something, you can get her some Shiku Shiku. I'm wearing the new spike choker, the Swarovski spikes. I have like a bunch of these new chokers, but yeah, I make jewelry. I have a jewelry line, link to it down below. And yeah, shameless self promo right here. Okay, let's get right into it. First idea I had was that you can give him a shaving set. If your guy doesn't let his beard grow out, there's a big chance that he shaves most every day, and most of the time we'll have just one of the regular like supermarket razors. But there's actually really nice kits that you can buy that have like super fancy or old-fashioned really cool kits and like really luxurious shaving foam and stuff, which he might really appreciate. Another thing that your guy might like is things revolving around drinks. So a good idea could be really fancy glasses. You have certain glasses that are for whiskey, or really fancy beer glasses or shot glasses, but some really nice glasswork can be a really nice gift because it's often like on the expensive side where you're like, do I want to spend this on myself? And people usually don't do that, so it's really nice to receive as a gift. Another thing that you can do is to give him a package of drinks or something along those lines. One thing that I've seen people do before is they buy all these specialty beers, like specialty shops, and sometimes even supermarkets have a few of them, and they like put them together in a big package or like in a wooden box or something, but they're just a little bit of a special thing that you might not buy yourself. It's like not your typical kind of a beer, but like with different flavors and like cool labels on them and stuff. So yeah, that could be an idea. Also, for example, when it comes to whiskey, I think it's whiskey, but it could be other stuff too. I'm like not really into my drinks, but I think I know a little bit. They're usually drank on the rocks, and basically what those are is there are certain rocks that you can freeze and put in them instead of ice cubes, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, you can buy these rocks in a kit, and that can be a really fancy gift. Another thing that you could do is you could give him a cocktail kit, which is something that I've actually considered before. To make fancy drinks with, maybe even a recipe book or even some ingredients as well, like a nice shaker and one of those stir things and a measuring cup for the shots and stuff. Could be nice. Then another food drinks related thing is stuff for his grill or a grill. Some grills also come with like certain accessories for that. Yeah, something revolving around the barbecue. Okay, let's talk a little bit about like clothing wear and stuff. First idea that I had were socks. You can get a lot of really fun socks, like with like dinosaurs on them and stuff, which are just like hilarious. Or you can get really fancy socks, really nice ones. Yeah. Also, you can get him cufflinks if you want to, or even bow ties, which is something that will definitely come in handy around like Christmas or weddings or whatever like that. Also, a good idea can be underwear, like luxe underwear. You can get like Muchacho Malo, Bjorn Borg, I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce it, even Calvin Klein underwear. Something like that could be a really nice gift. Also, you can get really nice and fancy pens and stationery. So like a really nice heavy pen or one of those like paperweights or something like that. They have a lot of really classy like writing stuff at a lot of like luxury department stores. Of course, this came up in my mind right away, but I'm like, you know, you need to be willing to pay that kind of money for it. You can get someone a watch, but when it comes to watches, I feel like a lot of people gravitate towards, you know, if I'm gonna get a watch, I'm gonna get a really expensive one. So, and if someone already has an expensive watch, there's really no point in getting a cheap one. Not that there's anything wrong with wearing a cheap watch. Like, girl, I wear cheap watches too, but like, yeah, if someone already has an expensive one, the chances are high that they prefer that one. Also, you can get him something funny or sexy, like a game, you know, one of those kinds of things. Another thing is these really cool manly gadgets, like manly gadgets. For example, I saw this like phone case with a bottle opener on the back. You can get him any kind of really fun like bottle opener, drinking games or playing cards. Stuff like that are just like little gadgets to have. Another thing that I wanted to throw out there is grenades. Get it? Throw it over there. I'm so bad at making jokes. Like, I think they're really funny in my head, and then I'm saying them and I'm listening to myself. I'm like, girl, no. Anyway, grenades. A lot of guys like grenades. They're like cool. And what I saw is that there's actually a lot of grenade shaped things. I.e. there would be like grenade shaped drinks, like liquor, or even toolkits shaped as a grenade. So something like that could be fun. This one, hot sauce. So the reason a lot of guys are really into hot sauce is because of their hormones. The higher your levels of testosterone are, the more people naturally like gravitate towards spicy food. So I actually saw that there's these really nice like specialty hot sauce and stuff, which could be a quirky idea if you have a guy that's really into his hot sauce. Then I had tools written down, tool kits, tool organizer stuff, like toolboxes, a really nice fancy toolbox, or just like a hanging system if he already has his tools, and if he doesn't have his tools, you can get him like really nice quality ones. Yeah. Also, a wallet can be a good idea, like a really nice leather wallet, which is just something that a lot of people, like everyone uses their wallet every single day, but not a lot of people like to invest in an expensive one because they're like, why, like, you know, it hurts to spend money on something that I'm gonna put my money in. But you could get him that. And the last idea that I had was tech. So what I mean by tech is getting him like accessories for the things that he already has. So I have two things that I felt like were in the main categories in which you are likely to find a good present, which are audio and cameras. So audio, you can get him really nice headphones, or like these, what are these called, like earbuds, like really nice earbuds with like a bass in them or whatever like that. Good boxes or something audio related. And then also camera gear is something that people love but find hard to invest in. So if he already has a camera, you can, for example, get him a lens. Now if you don't really know anything about lenses, you can Google most of them, find a lot of examples of pictures taken with that lens, and every single lens has their own unique like qualities to them. Some have a really nice far focus, some have a really nice focus from close. There's always something really special about the lens, so you can't really go wrong with them that easily. So those were my gift ideas for guys. That was a lot of ideas. I hope that this was helpful for you. I know it's a struggle, and one thing I would like to say is that if you make something personal, or you give something personal along with it, you can't really go wrong. One thing that I always do is I buy a really nice card and make something personal out of that card, like write poem or just like a nice message. And I think that if you do that, that can just already be a really nice gift on its own, because Christmas is about loving each other and it's not about money or stuff. So if you don't have a big budget, don't be afraid. If you just make something that comes from your heart, that's the most important thing. So I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye!